Just off of a loss against Davidson, the Hokies 3-0 after a convincing win last time out against St. Joseph's. Tip-off goes the way of Dezane Mingo, and we are underway here in Blacksburg.
Virginia Tech fans are loving this guy too. 33 against Providence, projected as a lottery pick by the NBA.
Hansberry gets the roll on the three. Yeah, Hansberry, a guy that takes a ton of threes, just under a 30% three-point shooter. Still tries it for the Hokies. Meanwhile, a layup goes for Mingo, the senior from Hamilton, Ontario. Hands it off to Jailen Bedford, another one of those newcomers for Virginia Tech that has really stood out. Lawal muscling his way right to the hoop and gets the score for Tech. Just had such a convincing victory, Mac, against St. Joseph's. You got to remember, the Hawks beat the Hokies by 20 last year, and Virginia Tech laid the beatdown. It was a 35-point victory because of plays like that from Jailen Bedford. Here comes Mingo splitting the defense, swinging out for Butler. Bonk with the rebound and the 7-2 big man. Hansberry thought about it. Bedford for the tray. He's got it.
I don't know who the best shooter on this team is, but
most of this Charlotte roster, a lot of international guys have made the trip down to North Carolina to play there.
Yeah, and he talked about the fact that they just have a different experience. And speaking of experience, yeah, the penetration caused help. Nobody to block the big.
Swing it into the corner. Dorn was open. Returns to Dorn. Swing it out for Bedford, who's been hot and stays hot.
I've seen a lot of Dorn yet. He didn't play the first game. Second game was Providence. It was back and forth a lot. But today we could see him a lot because of the size that Charlotte has.
Jailen Bedford starting out a perfect 3 for 3 as some subs look to check in for Virginia Tech, and Ben Hammond and Jaden shoot. Pop pass down to Dorn, pump fake right to the 10.
Yeah. Hokie fans are going to like it. They haven't seen him yet.
Mingo steps back. Good poke by Bedford, keeps the ball alive and forces the turnover.
What a really good play, but Bedford is a great one-on-one defender.
Avdalas goes to the hoop and scores. Tobi Lawal swing it out for 3. Followed the shot. Tyler Johnson gets a second chance on this possession.
And when he didn't get that done, Bonk got the dunk.
Give it over to Hansberry now. Big jump stop and swat it away. Hansberry got the offensive board, and the Hokies restart for a moment. Bedford flings it up in the air. Hansberry, look at the effort. Bedford is there. On the bench now. There's Meding.
You see the open middle. Everybody outside the arc for Charlotte.
Meding from the elbow. Able to sink it. To a bit of a slow start against Davidson a few days ago. Had a late surge. Could not come back and win that one. But the offense looked good there, courtesy Bradford. Speaking of wide open, Tyler Johnson was open. He missed. What a rebound from Bedford. Puts it on the deck and swirls it in. And Tech has looked good so far this year, and everybody has really noticed the balanced effort of Virginia Tech, specifically from a guy like Hansberry. Shot clock inside of 6 now. Poke loose by Hammond. Mingo's going to have to make a play. Gives over to Meding for 3. Able to hit it at the buzzer. Been hot, and so's Meding, Mac. 3 for 3 for Meding, who has not played yet this season. Jailen Bedford, though, continues his hot streak.
Yeah, the nice pass by Hammond.
He's got 16 points so far. Bradford answers with a layup. Such a dominating win against St. Joseph's, and a bit of a close one here. A little close for comfort for the Hokie fans in attendance against this 49ers team. And just like that, Ben Bradford sinks a turnaround jumper. And now it's down to a 3-point game. Force it out to Hansberry. Everyone's in the paint right now for Charlotte. Lawal tries his luck from 3 and tickles the twine. That's a huge bucket for Virginia Tech. Yeah, actually went to high school in Chattanooga and then came to Virginia Tech and played here from 1989 to 1993. Back up to a 2-possession ball game after Virginia Tech went scoreless for 2.5 minutes. Here come the Hokies in transition. Jaden Shute takes a quick 3 and buries it for the Hokies. Mingo looking for a screen. Goes up against Hansberry, misses it, but Meding cleans it up. Might get an assist here if the shot falls. Wow, talk about an impact. The rebounds accumulating for him.
How about this?
It's the return feed and the slam with two hands.
You could see it coming.
So 3 Hokies with 2 fouls, and Avdalas, Tyler Johnson, and Jaden Shute. Hansberry with 3 now. Driving inside, Major Freeman with the right hand. There is Neo. Bedford was wide open, but only for a moment. Bounce to Dorn.
Set play right here. Avdalas creating that double team.
Bedford wide open again. An old Metro Conference matchup. Okay, so when you went to school at Virginia Tech, were they in the Metro Conference? I guess, okay, 1970. All right.
We were independent and proud of it.
Gotcha, all right.
How about that shot for Shute out of the timeout? Again, Mike Young special.
Bonk takes a 3. Able to hit it. Hokies trying to have a quick answer after the big man sinks a 3. He's a 50% three-point shooter this year. There is Hammond.
Getting blocked by Bradford.
3 on the way. Damon Harrison answers with a triple of his own. Off of a screen, Harrison pops a 3.
Southern Indiana transfer, a native of Atlanta.
There's Jaden Shute as Harrison was down in the backcourt. A 3 falls.
Avdalas with just his 3rd shot on the other end.
Now 1 of 3 for the day. There is Harrison. And just like Mike Young had been talking about, he has been cooking for Charlotte. Hokies coming off of a 35-point win against St. Joseph's. Now in a bit of a tough fight here as Harrison continues his second half.
Harrison is the reason that Charlotte is back in it.
Elliott hands off Harrison. The red-hot hand for Charlotte. Open 3, and it's good from Mading. Up against Avdalas. Mingo turns around. Mid-range rattles home. What a bucket for the senior from Canada. Back.
1-on-1, Mingo against Avdalas. Back.
9 shots from the field. The feed inside, Hansberry. Can't get the roll. Lawal was ready. Offensive board, his second one of the possession, and that one rolls on in for Virginia Tech. Hokies have missed 10 in a row. Lawal leading the way with 16 points for the Hokies. As that layup goes, Mingo with a quick answer for Charlotte. Before this game and before he got to Charlotte, only played in 24 basketball games of 10 minutes or more. So this is a guy that's not even an experienced basketball player making a difference. You know who is experienced? Jaden Shute.
And then after the timeout, set play from Mike Young. Gets a wide open 3 again.
Hokies navigating through the press. Get it to an open Jaden Shute. Trying to dribble this out. Shute, lob it up for Lawal. Waiting for a moment like this the entire game.
Yeah, and what a luxury Lawal is. It doesn't have...
Hokies crowd loving that. The bounce goes out to the corner. Bradford for 3. Nicks the rim. Shute fighting for it. Throws it in. And here come the Hokies. Neo Avdalas.
Him and above that rim, he can do it. And Bedford with the unselfish play.
Energy is back around men's basketball here in Blacksburg. Bradford, another 3. Swirls it in. Major Freeman, the low pass to Mingo. Bonk cleans it up with a dunk. Ton Bonk, who's put together a really great day for Charlotte.
Yeah, and see Lawal come.
Going to 4-0 for the first time in 3 seasons and the 5th time in 7 years under head coach Mike Young. It was a tough one today, but the Hokies earned it. 84-76 with a win over Charlotte.